Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed that speech as well as I did. Um, very, very motivational. So today we have three presenters plus myself. So we'll have Seraphine Dento. She will be doing the introduction of Liyeplimal. After Seraphine, there will be Marcel. We'll be talking about the packages and the compensation plan. After that, it will be Patrick. We'll be talking about the method of payments and the contacts information of the company. Then after that, we'll open the mic for questions. So as always, it's going to depend on how much time we still have left. And then we'll be taking 2 questions per person. So without further ado, I will leave the floor to Seraphine. Seraphine, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the presentation. So you can already open your mic.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Seraphine Dento, and I am going to present myself because before I get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Seraphine Dento. I'm a registered nurse by profession. I live in the United States, in the state of Maryland. I am married, and I have 4 beautiful kids. I started this opportunity about 4 months ago. I started in March 2020. So it's been about 4 months that I started with this wonderful opportunity. So right now, I'm going to jump into the presentation. Before I get started, I also want to welcome all our guests, especially those who are on the platform for the first time. And I just pray that you keep an open mind this evening. So our company name is Global Investment Trading. Our company headquarters is located in Cameroon, which is in Central Africa. And we are currently in 77 countries, and we have about 27,000 investors in total. Even though everything happened online, but we are a company with a physical address. We currently have address in several countries. Those countries are, of course, Cameroon, where the headquarters is, in Douala, the economical capital of Cameroon. We have office in Madagascar, in Gabon, Kenya, Angola, Dubai, Senegal, and Burkina Faso. So Global Investment Trading is specialized in trading of cryptocurrency. And in our platform, we buy, the platform, what they do is you buy and sell cryptocurrency. We are actually the largest and the most experimented cryptocurrency company in Africa right now. Thank you. Next slide. The CEO of our company is Emile Parfait-Smith. He was born in 1983 in Douala, and Mr. Singh is one of the first people to have invested in the cryptocurrency industry and have generated a profit exceeding all expectation. He has a master in computer science, and he became an IT teacher at the age of 24. It was only in 2012 that he began to be familiar with the world of online investing and launched himself without hesitation. As a result of Forex training, his passion for investing and taking risks came out. This is how he decided to launch himself heart and soul into this industry by becoming, in June 2017, CEO and founder of Global Investment Trading. So our CEO is very present in our community. He is always there if anybody has any question, very involved in the company, and we are very proud to be in business with him. Next slide. Our company is based in 3 areas. Number 1, the trading in cryptocurrency. Number 2, buying and sell crypto. And number 3, management of financial portfolio. Next slide. So these are our platform. At this time, we have the Liyeplimal platform, which is actually our flagship product. This is our trading platform. We also have Simtrax, which is the exchange platform. We also have Limarket, which is the e-commerce site like Amazon. And we also have Simcoin, which is our own, the company owned cryptocurrency, which is backed by a real estate project that, which is SimCity, which is going to be a smart city they are going to build in Kribi next to the beach. I think this is where my portion ends. I'm going to give the mic back to Richard so he can introduce the next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Seraphine. So I'm going to leave the mic for Marcel, who is going to present the packs and the compensation plans to us. Marcel, you can open your mic. So I'm going to share for you. Then you can go ahead.
Okay. My name is Marcel. Thank you all. I live in Ottawa, Canada, and I've been Liyeplimal I've been investing for 2 months now. I knew about the idea a while ago, but never took the opportunity. And as I say, it's never too late. I joined it and I'm enjoying it very much. I am in my profession is I'm in the IT field as a consultant, and this business gave me that, at least it gives me the opportunity to be able to leverage my time and not be there and let whatever money I put there work for me. So I hope most of you will be able to see the vision also, and also mostly the vision of the CEO for trying to financially liberate us Africans. I got sold by that. So today we'll be talking about the packs that have been designed by the company. They are, as you can see from your screen, it's the amounts you see that have been set by the company, and you cannot customize or change the pack. You pick whatever fits your pocket, your wallet, and you invest. You can see the pack, the commission rate is 6%, but that commission rate is for those who decide to go into the referral program. And the packs range from 100 to 100,000. So, and the duration is 52 or 12 months. And the more you put in the pack, the more you make. So you put $100, you buy $100 pack, you get them 160, and at the end of the year, on a monthly basis, you get a $12.28. And you can see if you go to the 200, the amount increases. 400, the ROI, return on investment, that is your interest and principals paid to you on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. And that is in a way to make the investor engage also, because every week you have something, you have an SMS, you have a notification because something is coming in. You're able to check your back office, and also to reduce the risk. Because for many people, instead of sitting a year and then before you get something, you actually have something coming in throughout the year for you. So it helps to boost confidence in the system and in the company, and also for all investors. We'll move on to the next slide, Richard. Yeah, so as you see, the higher you go, the more risk you take, the more money you get. So I know everything is risky in this world, but this one is really very nice and good to have your take your due diligence, but don't stay too long thinking about it. The longer you sleep, if you dream and sleep, it will never work. So let's move on.
Take action.
Yeah. So like we're not really going too much into details because this information is public on the Liyeplimal website. You go to packages, you see all of this there. You can look at all the details on the ROI for each package that you want to invest. So the highest package there is the biggest one for now is Waka. And just something to mention, the names of the packs are by African, has the name of most African capital cities. And this also has to go to present the vision of the CEO. He wants to, it's an African project to empower the Africans. So that's why I think the names are all the packs have been given specific names. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Yeah. Okay, now we go to the compensation pack. And as I mentioned earlier, this pack is designed for those who want to refer people who are going to go into the referral program. And this plan to benefit from this, you have to must have invested in the GIT to be able to get them benefit from this other forms of remuneration. So the three forms of remuneration: the direct referrals, indirect referrals. The direct referral is 6%. Indirect is sponsorship up to the 5th generations, as you can see there, and then the team bonus. So as you can see here, the first level that you aspire when you get to the referral program is the one that you can see on your screen. So you are there on the top, and then below you have your first generation, and the next one you have the second generation. So at this point, to get here, you have to have a team turnover of $6,000. So team is pretty much everybody below you from the first and second. The personal turnover of 1,800 is for those who are right below you, the A, the B, and the C you see there. So there you get 6%, and the next one you get 0. So that's how this, when you satisfy this, the company gives you a team bonus for helping them build a team. Also, because doing this also you have to advertise the business to other people. They give you $360. Okay, from level 1 you move to level 2, and to get there you have to also have a team turnover of $36,000 and personal turnover of $10,800. When that is satisfied, you get $1,800 of bonus. So at this point, your indirect sponsorship, for indirect sponsorship, your first generation you get 6% as the first. Second generation you get 2%, and the third generation you get nothing. So that's how this process works at this level. So when you satisfy that, you go to the third level, and this is called the platinum. It's kind of like a midpoint, so here your generation indirect commission or bonus increases because you go to the third level. So here your team turnover has to amount to $180,000. So personal turnover should be $54,000. And if you satisfy these conditions, you get them $7,200 as for your team performance. So as you can see right there, your compensation at this level goes down to the third generation. The first you get 6%, the second you get 2%, and the third generation you get 1%. On the fourth, you get nothing at this point. So this is a platinum level. Now, once you satisfy that, you move on to the diamond level. Here, generational bonus increases to the 4th generation, and you can see on the slide, the team turnover is increased to $900,000 to get here. Personal turnover to $270,000, and when you satisfy that, the company rewards you with $18,000 plus 1 month of training for you to be able to discover how the training is done in the back end, or the gymnastics that is done by the company, and to be able to raise all the money we get as a ROI. And at this level, you also get 6% first generation, second generation you get 2, third generation you get 1, and the fourth generation you get 1. So fifth generation, at this point, you get nothing. So let me just mention that as an investor, you're not supposed to do this. You don't have to. You can decide to work solo, invest alone, and do your thing. You don't have to be referring people. But I bet you once you start investing and you get to taste it, you can close your mouth. You have to talk to somebody. And whenever you do it, the company will give you something in reward. Let's move on. Okay, this is the leaders level that they call it coach. Right now, I have only one coach in the Liyeplimal galaxy. And he was with us yesterday in the French session of the meeting. And here, your indirect bonus moves down to 5 generations. So you get them, and the turnover also, its team turnover is increased to $3.6 million. And then your personal turnover is also at $1,080,000. Once you satisfy these conditions, that is everybody below you in the team. The team turnover is everybody that you see on the chart there, and the personal turnover is everybody that you have under ABC. Just want to repeat that again. And once you satisfy that, the company gives you $36,000 of bonus, plus a car, a new one, the SUV Toyota Prado. And really, that's where my eye is personally. I want to get there. So, just as the Professor Lumumba mentioned at the beginning, so
I gotta go to the inside.
Always, when you're eagle, you always remain an eagle, even if you're fed on chicken feed. So I think most of you in the session today will enjoy it and will also be able to join us and think about it, but don't waste too much time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcel. So now I'm going to leave the mic to Patrick. So Patrick, is now on to you to present us the method of payments and the rest of the presentation.
So, hello everybody. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Seraphine. Thank you, Marcel. My name is Patrick Messi, and I a registered member of Liyeplimal. I joined the family 2 months ago, and it feels every day like the poverty is drifting away from me week after week after week. So, and I'm excited. And I'm a proud member of Liyeplimal. So, now that you heard about the investment packs and about the Liyeplimal compensation plan, I'll talk briefly about the different methods that you can use to deposit or withdraw money from your account. So, because typically when you join, everything looks, you set up your account. The first question is, how do I fund my balance? How do I buy limos? And yeah, how do I put money into my account? And the other side of the question is, okay, how do I remove money from my account? Or how do I sell some limos? So, well, you have multiple of these official options, and here are they on this slide. Each option, for each of these options displayed here, you can go very deep into details. That is why I will just summarize everything. So, because some of the options depends if on your geographic location. So, if you are in Cameroon, for instance, you will have the option to use Orange Money or MTN mobile money to fund your account. In Europe, if you are located in Europe or here in North America, you have the option to use the UBA, United Bank of Africa Visa card. And this implies that you have to, if you don't have a Visa card yet, if you are a member and you don't have a Visa card, you can order one online. I think they have a plan, They have a branch here in America. I think it's around Florida, but you can actually go online and order a Visa card. So for those of you who are already familiar with cryptocurrencies and electronic wallets, you may buy limos through Payeer or through your Bitcoin wallet. So, that's it basically for the deposits, how you can deposit money. As for the withdrawals, you actually have only two main options. You can withdraw either by using your prepaid UBA Visa card, or you can order a Liyeplimal card, and that card is you can use it in any ATM anywhere in the world. So it gives you some flexibility. You can always withdraw the money in the currency in the location, in your point of location. So that's it for the official methods. As I said, we can go very deep in details with any of these methods. So it depends on what is your preferred choice. Okay. And beside these official methods, you also have the informal way of doing things. And the informal way, basically, it's the most popular way for members to buy or sell limos within the large Liyeplimal community. It's basically a market where the price of the limo depends on supply and demand, and it's based on the agreement between two individuals. So basically, if Patrick wants to buy limos from Seraphine, he will basically call Seraphine and say, "Hey, Seraphine, I'm on the hunt. I need some limos. So I need 1,000 limos, for instance." And then Seraphine will say, "Oh, yes, let me check if I have some. Okay, I have some. I can sell. But this is my price. I'm selling them to you at this price XYZ." And then if Patrick agrees, then they will also agree on what is the method, how she will tell him how she wants the money to arrive to her, whether she will use regular bank transfer or whatever. And then when she gets the money, she will ask for the user ID, Patrick's user ID and his name, full name, and she will transfer him the limo into his account. As simple as that. So again, this is informal market, and that gives you, we are 28,000 members now. That gives you about 28,000 possibilities. So to do your transfers. So again, these are every path you want to choose to fund your account or to withdraw money. If you are interested in a particular way, in a particular method, I will recommend you to talk to your upline, the person who recommend this meeting to you, or because at least he will guide you. Even if he doesn't have the information, he will guide you to someone who knows, because of this way you can have a very precise information, very precise response to your questions. So so now I think from here we can go to the next slide. So you heard it before, we are a large company, so with headquarters located in Douala. So you know, Tim Emile Parfait is a Cameroonian, so everything he has a big facility, a big headquarters in Douala, and there are some self-management and all. He has also some offices in other countries, but this is the main headquarters. And then again, here you have here listed all the branches, the different branches of global investment trading. You have the branch for SimCoin. If you need information, you just go on the internet to simcoin.net. For Liyemarket, Liyemarket is the Amazon, the platform for the e-commerce, Amazon-like platform. So, and then Liyemarket, you have Liyemarket in Madagascar, and Liyeportal in Dubai. And then you have the trading, the branch that specialize in the trading is the Simtrex. And you just have to type simtrex.net and you will get a bunch of information from their homepage. So, yeah, 3 years, early 3 years, yeah, actually, Liyeplimal is in business and global investment trading is in business since 2017. And there are a few awards that like the best investment trading 2019, best trading school 2019, and we have they have just these are references that you can yeah, we are very proud of. And yeah, if you are reading some newspaper, international newspaper from time to time, and it's becoming more often with the time now that we are getting more visible. Now, here's an example. He made it to the front page of Challenge recently, and there you go. And he has one of his catchy vision sentence that our goal is to forge 1 million of crypto millionaires. So, which is a very ambitious goal. And yeah, here I'm at the end of the presentation. All I will say is, if you want to join, if you are interested, you just need to know someone who is already a member. Just contact anyone who is already a member. He will guide you. He will give you a link so that you can register and become a member and take advantage of the opportunity. I thank you very much. And with this, I will give back the mic to Richard. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, for the amazing presentation. So at this point, we've reached the point where you guys have the floor. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand through the Zoom application, or you can just write on the chat that you have a question, and we'll allow you to ask your question. So don't be shy. Ask your questions. We're here to answer the questions that you have. So the mic is open. Just raise your hand in the Zoom application, or just write in the chat that you have a question, and we'll give you the mic. Don't be shy.
Hello. I do have, this is Ebenezer speaking. I do have a question. Yeah, thank you, Richard. I do have a question for Patrick. Patrick, you talked about the methods of payments, and I remember not long ago, it was said that the Bitcoin wasn't an option available for transactions. Could you clarify, or do you have an update on that? Thank you.
I'll have to be honest with you, I don't have an update on that right now. That is why I will yield my time to Richard.
Can I say something on that?
Yes, Marcel, go ahead.
Yes, I listened to the CEO this morning. I think Bitcoin is not ready yet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I can answer.
Yes, Serafin, go ahead.
You can fund your account with Bitcoin, but you cannot withdraw using Bitcoin, but you can fund, meaning you can buy pack using Bitcoin, but you cannot withdraw using the Bitcoin option.
Yeah, that's it, yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Serafin. So yes, you can actually fund your account using Bitcoin. And the reason the Bitcoin option was removed, I think the decision was taken back, I think 7 or 8 months ago. Binance, which is one of the largest exchange of cryptocurrency in the world, was hacked, and they were stolen 7,000 Bitcoins. If you do the math today, you're talking about 7,000 times 10,000. So quite a large amount of money, $70 million. And that's when the CEO decided that we are going to close the ability for people to withdraw through Bitcoin, because you know that the more doors you have in the house, the easier it is for those doors to be hacked. And the good thing is that ever since Liyeplimal was put online, we've never gotten a situation where we've been hacked. But people have tried to hack Liyeplimal, but they haven't been able to do so. And now that the company is more and more popular, people are still going to try to hack the company. As some of you who are already in the platform might know, there have been some updates recently, and the security was improved. So right now, Ebenezer, to answer your question, you can fund your account. So you can actually deposit Bitcoins into your account to fund your balance, but you cannot withdraw with Bitcoin or any crypto. Well, so do we have another question?
So I have a question. It's Diamond. So is that going to be like forever that you can't not withdraw using Bitcoin, did he say? Or is it where they're just looking for a better way to bring it back? Did he say?
Yeah, they're looking for a better, they want to make sure that the security is top notch before they can bring it back. But it's not a permanent situation. It's a temporary situation.
Perfect. Can I say something to all the people who are on here? And if you're new, we do, and if say something was presented, if you're not clear on something, we do want you to open your mic and ask a question for clarity, or, you know, just for, because I'm sure all the information that have been given to you right now, we've given you a lot of information. So we would love to hear from you if you have something to ask for clarification, because I'm sure everybody here who are new did not get everything, right? Doesn't matter how much, right? So just ask a question so we can, you know, someone can learn off of your questions. Thanks.
Or the presentation was so well done that people got everything and they didn't have questions. That's
right?
Also not fun, right?
And I think they should also feel free to ask in French. They shouldn't be shy of it. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, so if we don't have any question, I have.
There's a question. Hi, I am new and I want to buy limos. Yannick.
Yes, Yannick, so you can open your mic and actually then ask a question if you need to. But if you can't speak, buying limos is as we said, so you can actually fund your account using your Bitcoin wallet if you're someone who is outside of Africa or Cameroon in particular. But we also have groups, like we have a big community where you can reach out to people who are already members of the Liyeplimal community and reach out to them and try to see if you can get someone who already have limos and they can actually sell you the limo. There is a marketplace. There's a limos marketplace. We call it the secondary market, where you can actually reach out and say, hey, guys, I need limos. So if someone has limos, they can sell them to you. So
Richard, can I add to that? I would tell Unique to reach out to her upline, not just saying as being new. You just don't want to go out and say, hey, you know, I'm looking for limos to buy. The best way that we recommend is that you reach out to your upline and have your upline help you to go ahead and fund your account, because they know more, they can help you out with that, right? That's what we do recommend.
Yes. And also, if you're new, Yannick, here in North America, we have two groups. We have the USA group now. The USA group now open a Telegram group. So we had a WhatsApp group that's full for the USA, and we have a Canadian group where there are still places in WhatsApp. So if you're new, you can also request to join one of the groups to have the information that are shared in there. Okay, so I don't see any hand raised. I don't see any question.
I do have a question.
Is this Ashil?
Yeah.
Yes, Ashil, go ahead and ask your question then.
The question is about the method of payment or method of withdrawal. Patrick talked about UBA. So I just want to know how, for people who are already here in the United States and didn't have any account on UBA, how can they create or get a UBA card? That's my question.
I think the best way is to go online to the UBA homepage, and you can because they have representation in. They are mainly represented in Africa, many countries in Africa, but they have also some branches in Europe, and they have a branch here in the US, which make it even easier. So you can go online, and I think you can apply for a new card like you do. You can actually set up a personal online banking account with UBA.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe do you need the link? I can give you the.
Yeah, probably I will take a link. So that way.
Yeah. So yeah, there are actually multiple ways to do it. So you can also go to the liyemarket.net and order your card directly from liyemarket.net. And also we have few leaders that are helping people to get their cards. I am one of them. So you can also leave me your contact, Ashel, chat. So what
there's so many people talking at the same time, so I can hear.
Okay, can you hear now?
Yeah, I'll listen.
Okay, good. So yeah, so you can go to the liyemarket.net and order your card from there. And for those in Canada, I actually also help people to get their cards. I have the forms that they can fill. You can fill the forms. They just have to pay for the cost of the card, which is 23 limos, and the fees for transportation. So you can leave your contact, Ashel, in the chat, and I'll reach out to you and provide you all the necessary information. But
thank you.
Go to liyemarket.net. You can also order it directly from there.
I give my contact. No problem. Thank you.
Okay, we have Ida, I believe.
Hello, this is Ida May, that's fine. My question is, what is the value of the limo to the US dollar?
So it's 800 XAF, so I can check it right now and tell you exactly. So it depends on the time. So let me just check right now. I'll be able to tell you. So if I go to xe.com and I do 800 XAF, 800 to the US dollar, right now,
It's 1.33, I believe.
1.33.
1.33, yeah, one limo equal 1.33 USD.
Oh,
Okay. Okay,
right.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so it actually depends on right now is 1.33, 1.38, depending on the fluctuation of the US dollar.
There's a I think Trudy has a question in the chat. It says here, I notice that the limo in the secondary market are getting more and more expensive. If the limos eventually sell at par with the company, for example, 800, will there be a use for the secondary market? So I can remember that the secondary market, it's not where the prices for limos are set. It's just where people choose to agree with each other on giving you a lower price. The question in regards to at par with the company, you would still have a benefit there because remember when you deposit through the system, you have to pay a 10% fee, right? So at least you'll still be saving that fee if you still use a secondary market, right? But then again, you always can try and negotiate. Just to answer the question for Judy.
I can also add that I've done the direct deposit with the company. You have to wait for the Bitcoin transaction to go through, and it can take some time. So if you're not patient, you can have to wait 24 to 48 hours for your money to be deposited. So in addition to the 10% fees that you're paying, you have to wait for the money to be deposited in your balance. That can take 24 to 48 hours. So that would be another advantage, even if the price of the limos goes up to the same price as the company in the secondary market, but at least in the secondary market, you get your limos right away. So that would be another advantages of still dealing with the secondary market. And the secondary market follows the law of offer and demand, as simple as that. It depends if there are a lot of demands, like recently, there are a certain number of situations, there's a certain number of news that spiked the interest of people around Liyeplimal. So as you guys know, online businesses, people are not always sure and all that. And the company Liyeplimal has been in business for 3 years. So the level of trust went up. And around June 13th, we got our first coach, and he was given his car, the SUV that Marcel was talking about. And the CEO was interviewed in national TV that had raised the trust of the population about the company. And also with the COVID-19, a lot of people being home, a lot of people decided to cross Liyeplimal. So what all those events have done was to raise the demand of limos in the secondary market in such a way that the offers are lower than the demand. And that had helped the price of the limos, the secondary market, to actually spike. So just to give a little bit of context of what's happening with the price of limo in the secondary market there.
Can I also add something?
Yes, Serafin.
Okay, the truth is that, especially us in the US, we have been spoiled because we have been buying it cheaper. So right now, I think people are having a hard time to switch to buying it at the price the company have always been selling, because the company, I think it started at 650 ZAF, which is, I think, 16%. So I don't know, I like to go with percent, which is 16% in fees. And then now, after the second anniversary, because of the success of the company, they reevaluated and then they raised the price to right now, which is 33% in fees. And us in the US, we are being used to paying 10%, but right now the demand is so high that people have to be prepared to pay 33%, or at least minimum 16% right now, at least. That's the minimum. So that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
I also have a question regarding the rates. The rate. So how can I, like, is there any app or any like link so we can like know the rate of the limo to the equivalent to the USD right now? So I don't know. 2 minutes ago, someone saw, I think it was Richard, talked about the 1.33 equivalent for the USD. So I want to know, is there any link that we can like know the rate and sell the limo for other people? Know that you won't lose them.
Yeah, Achille. So here's the thing. The price of the limos is in XAF, in franc CFA. So this is something that we have to understand. The company is based in Cameroon, so the prices are in XAF. And the rate of the limo from the company is 800 ZAF per limo. So that's the basics. Now, what you have to understand is that the ZAF is directly related to the euro. So that's why you have a direct transfer from the ZAF to the euro. Now, if you want to buy some limos, you just have to go to the conversion of the day when you're using, for example, USD, and then see how much 800 ZAF are for US dollar. And then you have your rate. As simple as that. So the price is 800 ZAF per limo.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, and just remember the site is xe.com that you can actually go on and see what the rates are for that day.
Yeah. Okay. So no questions, no hands raised. That's actually an amazing meeting where we've done 1 hour for the meeting. So amazing. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Seraphine, for the amazing presentation. And thank you, everyone who have joined us today in this presentation. So as we said, we are having a Zoom meeting every Sunday at 6 p.m. So the English version of the meeting is every Sunday at 6 p.m. And the French version of the meeting is every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening or night.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.